Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of The Expanse reaction. This is Hard Live, and my name is Matt. Okay, last time on The Expanse, we saw a blue child disassemble a random person. Yeah, that's it. I know it wasn't a. So that child was Katoa. I remember his name, and it. I think it was the son that the one random dude that we met at what was it Ganymede? Was that the name of the station we were at? That one time that we went with Prax, like that's the reason we brought Prax along, and there was someone that was upset at him for like abandoning their child or whatever. I think it was that person's child. It could not have been. I don't remember, but they did say a name, and I think I wrote it down, and it was that one. So that, and Katoa is like the only test subject that they're using for protomolecule shit to that level at least. Andrew Piermao was like, okay, we're stopping with this because I grew a heart and a conscience and now I care about the children. Until he saw him disassemble that random nurse, and then he was like, okay, no, keep going though. Like, no, we got results. I want to see where we go with this. Completely disregarding the fact that a person just died in like the most horrific way possible. He's like, no, I want to see more of those. So it's like, okay, there you go. So that's where you're at, you fucking piece of shit. But yeah, anyway, that happened. Then we also had the Rosie crew. They had to deal with a group of random Martians that they saved from like a destroy battleship because they're at war, and then they went rogue, and then they just decided we're just gonna take over the Rosie. We're just gonna, so they beat the shit out of Alex, and then they went to command and they tried to get Naomi and Holden or whatever. There was a whole standoff, and eventually Gunny and then de-escalating the situation for everybody by talking to the Martians and appealing to their Martianness. And eventually they just went, okay, sure. So they stand down. And then we talked to the most reasonable of the three of them. And we showed him that Christian of Azrael is in the ship. And then we explained to him, okay, so this is what is going on, and we need you to take this message back to your commander officer Jupiter or whatever and send it to Admiral Souther on the USS UNN Agatha King, right? Which is, it would be like a Martian to Earth transmission at the time of war, so it would be weird to do, but they were like, okay, we really need you to do this, so like here. And they explained it to him, and then they showed the message, which was the Ehrenreich transmission that he sent to Jules Piermao and Christian back at his like pleasure ship or whatever. Then, going back to Earth, we have Esteban give a speech that was modified from what Anna originally gave him, and it was modified by, I assume, Ehrenreich. Yeah, and he just said a bunch of shit about Mars and how they're gonna fight. And Anna was like, I fucking hate you. You made me do this shit again. This is exactly what I didn't want it to happen, and it happened again. And I'm a fucking stupid bitch. And she just told him to go fuck himself and left and was like, all right, I'm out. And then we had a conversation with like between her and like her wife, and just being like, yeah, I'm going back home. I need you, whatever. And then she got a message from Christian with the Ehrenreich message. So we'll see what happens on that side of the story now. So yeah, I think that's pretty much everything that happened previous episode. That was a quick recap. I think we're ready to go into this next episode and see what happens. So yeah, The Expanse, season 3, episode 5. Yeah, season 3, episode 5. Let's go. Okay, it's this guys. So we're following them. I was thinking we might follow them at some point.
We had help.
From who?
James Holden.
The Taker fixed up your boat and sent you on your way.
We
Yes.
tried to take the ship by force, but we were unsuccessful. There was a Martian Marine on board, Gunnery Sergeant Roberta Draper,
The
Okay.
director.
as well as UN Deputy Undersecretary Christian Avasarala. She was there too.
Who else was there? Fucking Tooth Fairy?
Avasarala gave me this to give to my CO. They say there's a conspiracy within the UN, and this is the proof. Avasarala wanted us to get to you and Admiral Souther.
He's commander of the Jupiter fleet.
Yes.
Or the Agatha King.
She says he's an honorable man. He wouldn't fight an illegitimate war.
He's been fighting one. And based on the number of our ships he's knocked out, he's pretty good at it too. Where's the UNN Agatha King?
Sir, according to our last Drive 6 scan, the Agatha King was en route to the Jovian system.
Callisto?
No, sir. Looks like they're heading for Io.
There's nothing on Io but volcanoes.
Everyone's going to Io.
UNN Agatha King is en route to Io for an unknown objective that may be critical to the war effort. And we are
This is
taking
true.
course to intercept.
Okay, everyone's going to Io.
I haven't been completely honest with you. You can't nuke Io. I need the protomolecule.
Okay.
But I don't want it as a weapon. You know what's happening on Venus. The entire system is at risk.
Because of adults like you. You're the reason we're in this mess.
This is about the survival of our species.
I tried saving the world. All I did was make it worse.
But at least you tried. And you cannot stop trying now. Because I need to understand the protomolecule. And for that, I need a sample. For the good of Earth, Mars, and the Belt. For the good of us all.
Because like it or not, it's a concept now. We can't just ignore it. Okay, I see what she's saying. And it does make sense. Because it's like, we can try to get rid of the protomolecule all we want, but what she's saying is like, it's out there. Everyone has it. We need to fucking understand it. And how to use it for purposes that are not war related. It's a new technology, period. We need to stop the fucked up shit, but message received? Come on, Melas. Oh, okay.
I know Mom's mad and doesn't want me talking to you, but I just wanted you to know I'm not mad. I mean, I was at first, but I know you only left to protect us. A real warrior has to make sacrifices. When I'm old enough, I'm gonna join you and fight for Mars too. I'm proud to be your son.
Whew.
Bye, Dad. Hope you can come home soon.
Cute. Prax.
Just breathe.
He's practicing.
Thank you for taking care of me. And for teaching me.
I like the dynamic between these two.
Thank me
It's
if we
great.
get your little girl back. Or get even.
Like you said, it's the next best thing.
We've been talking quietly to some of the other ships. The commanders you trained. They're loyal to you. If you were to make a move.
A move.
You know what we mean, sir.
Yeah. And that's what worries me.
Yeah.
There's a reason he's fleet commander.
Yeah, because Souther stepped down.
Wynn saw 29 fellow sailors get blown out into space. You don't think he thinks about that every time he sees a Martian flag?
They're not that smart. More like an animal.
They might be smarter than others, though.
We lured that thing out with a nuclear warhead. And I flipped the Rossi around and I torched that thing in my drive plume.
I need incendiaries. If I can get close enough and maintain fire long enough, these might do the trick.
Hold on there, soldier. The plan is if you guys see any of those things down there, you run.
I know the plan.
This is just in case. Oh yeah, this mission. He's gonna disassemble you. Oh boy, okay. He's fucking gone, dude.
You make it, and it works. Or it doesn't. And then, the parts. All the parts. Put together. If this can use, then use. Not use. Find pieces. Drop. Building. Across. Yep. You can't stop the work!
Okay. It has a plan. It's building something.
We just got a message on the Interfleet channel.
We're at war. Who the hell would be using that?
It's from the Hammurabi. And it's addressed specifically to Admiral Souther.
Who sent it?
Or return to Earth alone. You will await my instructions. And you will get the fuck back to work.
I might need to start remembering some of these characters' names.
Tell me exactly what Aaron Wright said in that message you claim he sent to Avasarala.
Are you gonna be monitored here?
He said that he was working with Jules, Pierre Mao in a secret weapons program. That he was furious Mao was in bed with a Martian. He said he ordered the destruction of a Martian ship that was supposed to pick up a weapon on Ganymede.
What ship?
Caracum.
Yes.
That was it. Avasarala sent you the comms buffer.
Admiral Souther!
Yes.
Please come
of
with
course. The people in the ship seem to be loyal to him, to Souther, so maybe they can bail him out.
I know you feel like I betrayed you.
Doesn't matter what I feel.
It does. You don't really know me.
This is
But
true.
It's not your fault.
You did what you did. And if you hadn't, Mars would be the only one with the proto-molecule.
You know, I used to run with the OPA.
Okay, this is not news.
I was with someone.
I mean, maybe news, but
He was a romantic.
suspected. Okay.
Idealist.
Okay.
A fighter.
And
I'm not that guy.
I had a child with him.
okay,
A baby boy.
she did speak about a baby at one point with Prax. I'm gonna write down that name.
The man I loved took him away. Because I refused to do what he wanted. I shut it all off. And I signed up to the Canterbury to disappear.
Okay.
Naomi, I'm sorry. Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know. All those belters suffering. And you cared so much. It made it hard to stay numb.
You brought back a lot of memories.
I imagine Philip amongst them. I'm not sorry I gave the protomolecule to the belt. But I'm sorry for the way that I did it. I
Okay.
should have talked to you first.
Yes.
All of you.
Mm-hmm.
But most of all you.
Okay.
I'm never gonna like what you did. But I can't hate you for doing what you thought was right.
Isn't that what we all do here in the end? Like, aren't you in danger of just dying, you motherfuckers? Like,
Soon. Work. Finish.
okay.
Soon.
He's gonna get you.
Losing him again.
Work. Finish. Soon.
Yes. You should be fucking running.
Come with me, please.
The work will be done.
Molecule has an objective.
Yes. We figured this shit out already. The work.
Whatever it's building on Venus is almost done. We need to know more. You have to keep him talking.
I was able to slow the transformation, but I can't stop it. I'm sorry, sir. He won't be talking to us again.
We need another conduit.
The one with the most similar genetic profile would be...
Yeah, it's May. I see it. Now, what are you gonna do, you piece of shit?
Make it happen.
Okay, we're running on a clock here. We're running on a clock here. Now we're actually running on a clock. Now we actually need to hurry the fuck up.
Your family accounts are now unfrozen. You will transfer launch control of the hybrid pods to my ship immediately. The tech team will be down shortly to collect all the materials related to the project.
Transferring launch control now.
It's about to go down.
Gus, we've known each other a long time.
Just couldn't leave it alone, could you?
There's still time to make this
You're
right.
relieved of duty and can find your quarters. Try anything else, and I will have you in irons.
You sent that video to Souther.
Yes, she did.
So that could be
I
considered.
know what it could be considered. War's an inherently unstable interaction of three things: intense emotion, politics, and luck. That message is luck. Luck opens a door and lets a couple of grunts figure out how not to fight.
Woo!
For once.
I'm very worried because Gwen is a fucking asshole. This fucking suit, let's go. God damn it. Oh, we're running short of time. Even if they started, like, after they started, it's not going to be able to be slowed down, was it? Just don't do it. Oh, this is going to take a little bit. Oh, god damn it. A lot of things are happening.
Firing solution. Why the hell weren't they firing?
They want to see if we're to be trusted.
Are she and Souther close?
I don't know. Sir, she didn't really say.
What was she like?
Kind of mean at first. I think I liked her.
Let's go, let's go. It's going down.
In accordance with the military code of justice, I am relieving you of command.
This is mutiny.
For conspiring to wage an illegal war. Comms. Give me wideband, unencrypted. All ships in the AO.
Okay, let's go, let's go. It's go. We're doing it. We're doing it. Everyone. Everyone.
This is Admiral Souther of the UNN Agatha King. We are standing down. I have relieved Fleet Admiral Wynn of duties under charges of conspiracy. We're fighting an illegal war. I'll be transmitting proof to both fleets. Ordering all UNN ships to take any actions necessary if the Agatha is...
Well, he's dead. I hope everyone could hear those shots in the comms, because now everyone can tell what actually happened. Well, he's dead, so fuck me.
Comms, give me the fleet.
Yeah, the fleet was loyal to Souther. They said that.
Weapons, give me a missile lock in the Jimenez.
Yeah, they're gonna start fighting each other. We're not gonna attack our own ships, motherfucker. I want everyone to just be like, fuck you.
If there's anyone else here who is unwilling to follow my lawful order, declare yourself.
Someone
now.
just kill this guy. Someone just shoot him right now. Alright, goodbye, Jimenez.
The Jimenez has been destroyed, sir.
Mars can see what's happening though. They can see that they're fighting each other, so they know that there's some bullshit going down. They can tell. They probably heard the shot too. Next snap. A lot of people getting shot through the heart. You got shot. Oh god damn it, she got shot. Damn it.
They're firing at each other.
Captain, they're in disarray. We should take them out.
No.
God damn it! Read the room, motherfucker!
This is the captain of the Hammurabi. Hold your fire, I repeat. Hold your fire.
God damn it, yeah. This asshole just doesn't care. The entire crew is dead. Like, there's only like 3 people left.
Any vessel that declares its peaceful intentions will not be fired upon by Mars, and will be considered to be flying under our flag of truce. If any vessel requires assistance, we are ready and able to...
Ooh, that's great! Pod launch control system. Oh no! No, it's that launch. Protomolecule missiles. He shot that on everyone because he got the control from. Oh god damn it!
They launched the hybrids.
They have a hybrids inside of them. They have Death Subjects inside of them. That's like 30 of them. And that's an episode ender. Okay. Sure. Okay, a lot happened there. Okay, a lot happened on that episode. Okay, where do we even begin? Okay, so I'm just immediately just gonna go into skimming mode and I'm just gonna take a look at everything in this episode here. But like right away we see the dude from the previous episode that they talked to being like, okay, the dude that they sent back into the Martian fleet with the message, and so he is like trustworthy of everything that happened at the Rosie. Like that was enough to gain his trust. So then he goes to the captain, who I wrote the name down, but I'm not sure if I wrote it correctly. Sandrain Quirino. Okay, so her. I wrote a lot of shit down this episode, by the way. I wrote down Hammurabi, Schaffer, Philip, Sinopoli, Hazerer, and Jimenez, and Sandrine Quirino. Hazerer and Jimenez were the 2 random ships that I guess they don't matter that much, at least the Jimenez doesn't, because it blew up. Sinopoli, I believe, is the name of this dude. Philip is the name of Naomi's baby. And Schaffer was the name of the lady who also died, so I guess she wasn't that important anyway. And the Hammurabi is the name of the ship where they are in right now, which might become an important ship because at least here it was. But they might die next episode because of the bullshit that Gwen pulled at the end of that episode. Alright, but so anyway. So we... Okay. he is trustworthy of them, and he tells them everything, and just everything. And I like how they were like, who else was there in that fucking ship? The Tooth Fairy? Like, dude, you really want us to believe this? And the lady did. The captain actually did, because after the message, she was like, maybe. She was still like, she wasn't just like super gullible and all into the idea, into the plan, but she was like understanding enough to be able to be like, okay, maybe there's something here. And I like that she's like, listen, like, we're running into war, and we're running into a situation where it is very likely that we're both just gonna die here. Like, all ships are just gonna get annihilated into each other, because that's what war is. Like, that's just what war is. And war is it's a combination of like three main factors. What was it? Like, was it emotions in battle? What was the second one? I actually want to read that, because it was a very nice conversation. War is an inherently unstable interaction of three things: intense emotion, politics, and luck. And that message that we got was luck. And maybe out here, away from all the political bullshit, maybe we can make something work. Like, maybe there's something here that maybe we should look into. I like that. And I like that it was because she was like, it's just gonna be a bunch of fleets crashing into each other, and thousands of people are gonna die. What if we don't do that? What if there is a way for us to not do that? To just not send thousands, hundreds, whatever, of people into their certain deaths? What if we maybe look into this different potential bit of information that we got, potential different way we can look at this war, and maybe take different actions that will lead into maybe not the best outcome, but it would be different than just running into death anyway. Let's look into this. So she sent a message to the Agatha King. She sent a message to Souther, and the message got there, and everyone in that ship knew it, and everyone was like, okay, I just realized Cotiar is alive and still in the ship. He's still like a prisoner, but there, like, a lot of people died in that ship, and Cotiar might be able to become an actual element here, like an actual player, and take out Gwen or something. So that could happen. But anyway, so they got the information to the Agatha King. Cool. Now Souther knew, and then he went to Cotiar for confirmation, and he got the confirmation, and Cotiar got the confirmation that Christian made it out, and the message is out there. So, cool. Here's the thing. Now Souther's dead. Like, Souther's dead, and like every person that was loyal to him inside the Agatha King is now also dead. And Gwen has full control of the Agatha King, at least for the time being. Maybe some other rogue element will be able to sneak a shot in, and maybe that will take him out, but we'll see. They were unsuccessful in attempting to take control of the ship, and Gwen just fired a bunch of missiles because so they confirmed that they unfroze the accounts of like every Jupiter Mao family member, I think. So then he was like, all right, now you have control of this like protomolecule missiles, whatever that you wanted. So then he's like, okay, cool, I have control. I have a control. That is I have a control. That is a Lilia Haptism reference from Gundam 00. Speaking of Gundam, like this show might just become full Gundam, because what I'm thinking might happen is that we're gonna have this war storyline happening, and then we're gonna have Rogue fleet captains and commanders and admirals just going like, that's bullshit. Let's not do that. Let's not fucking do that shit, because that war is built on fucking bullshit and lies. So let's just not do that. And it's just gonna become a fleet of like, so there's gonna be the Earthers, there's gonna be the Martians, there's gonna be the Belters, and then there's gonna be the people that decided, that learned the truth, and they went like, no, we're gonna stop it. Like, fuck all that Earth political bullshit, fuck all that Mars political bullshit. Those both powers are corrupt as shit. Fuck Jupiter Mao. We know everything. Now we're gonna stop it. Here's the thing though, is that worked in Gundam. Okay, so I'm gonna tangent into Gundam, and I'm gonna tangent as specifically into Gundam Seed, which is not the best one. It's actually one of the worst ones to my understanding. But the only one Gundam shows I watch have been Seed, 00, and Wing, and I would rate them as 00, then Seed, and I don't care about Wing or Seed Destiny. But so to my understanding, even Seed is like somewhat similar to OG Gundam, except like OG Gundam is better. But what happens in Seed is that, like, for like half the show, we have this war storyline, and eventually we just say fuck that shit. We're just gonna go rogue, and we're just gonna stop this war because this taking aside bullshit's not working out, and it's just stupid. The reason why that works out in Gundam Seed, though, is because they have the fucking Freedom Gundam. It's because they have a super overpowered weapon capable of just single-handedly ending the war on its own. So, if we're gonna go that storyline, which I'm all in for, by the way, because I actually really like that. I really like the idea of, like, this fucking war bullshit is happening, but then we have this, like, cast of characters of different backgrounds and different places just realize what is actually happening and go, fuck that. We're just gonna branch off. Like, fuck all that shit. That's stupid, and that is just senseless killing of people. Senseless sacrifice of people and killing of others. We're not about that, okay? So then we're just gonna branch off, we're gonna do our own thing, and we're gonna try and stop this on our own group. Individual of any, like, sides. We're just the group that wants to end the war. So, I like that a lot, because I don't give a shit for the war storyline. But if the war storyline is a setup for the storyline of the rogue group that just forms in an attempt to end the war because they realize what the truth was, I'm all in for that. And and we've been setting that up a little bit, and I was thinking about it like this past week. But like, we had the Rosie, and it's like, okay, a bunch of misfits from like this, like the Canterbury, which was like a nothing ship, right? Then Prax join in, then Ghani join in, Avasarala join in, we help these Martian people, they kind of join in into our cause. And now this captain lady seems to have joined into our cause. Admiral Souther is also someone that was kind of maybe like, yeah, he wanted to join to our cause but died before being able to do so, I suppose. But like, we had a wider, and we have Anna too. So we have this wide array of characters that like might become allies, but they are in a position where they are enemies, but they just decide they are better than that. They are wiser than that. So they just understand, oh, this is what's going down. This is what's happening. Okay. Right? So if that is the storyline we're taking the show in the direction of, I'm in. I'm fucking in. I'm worried because the show is fucked, but I'm in for that specific thing. So yeah, I hope that that's what we're doing. I hope that this lady captain character, Sandrine Kirino, Captain Kirino, I think that's her name. I hope that she becomes a character alongside this dude, Sinopoli, and I suppose this Orant guy as well. I hope they become actual characters. Souther, I hoped he was gonna become a character, but he's dead now, so that's not happening. But like, we have several people in places where they don't want to be. Like they are participating as part of the overarching like war, but they are not in favor of it, and they would rather end it. They would rather it not be happening because they would rather save lives, because there's more than just I shoot gun, you know? So they are all willing to do something in order to stop it. And if they do that, I'm in. So yeah, I just wanted to say that because I'm really into that idea. Again, I really enjoyed it in Gundam Seed, and I hope it becomes a thing later. In this show. By the way, if you want to watch a Gundam show, my recommendation would be Gundam Double O. I know Gundam fans will tell you to watch the OG. I cannot tell you that because I haven't seen OG Gundam. So I will tell you to watch Double O. I think it's a good starting point for Gundam. So yeah. My favorite character was Alelia Haptism, and my favorite mech was the Haarute Gundam. The Curious was really dope though. The Arios kind of sucked though. The Exia was awesome though. Okay, I'm just looking through the episode and thinking about things to say. So the whole thing with the Agatha King happened and everyone's dead, so that sucks. Gautier's still there. That's a rogue element. We can keep that in mind. That's cool. So the Rosie crew is finally getting to Io. Everyone's going to Io, actually, but the Rosie crew is getting to Io finally. We're gonna save Praxis' daughter. Problem is, we actually did lose, like, too much time in the process, because as we're getting to Io, as we're literally at the door, they're strapping her in for protomolecule juice. So that is, like, fuck. Like, if we hadn't deviated, we would have made it in time. But, like, we did deviate for important things, right? Like, we really did do that. Okay, let's talk about what's happening on Io exactly. Like, Jupiter Mao. So Katoa just transformed. Katoa is just gone. It's just another Caliban. It's just another protomolecule monster or whatever. So that's what's happening with him. That's what happened to him. Like, he's just gone, and he managed to tell us a couple of really cryptic messages. But more importantly, he said that they are doing the work, and the work is almost done, and they are building something up. They are constructing something. They disassemble something in order to repurpose. So, yes, they are disassembling things. So they disassemble the Avro gas, but they might disassemble, like, Venus itself, like the planet. Like, shit in Venus, they can disassemble that and then reuse it in order to build something different. Build some kind of... It could be a building, it could be a... What if it builds a Starforge from... this is a random-ass poll, and I haven't even played the game. Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. I watched a playthrough of that game. That's how I know about it. In that game, there is this thing called the Starforge, and to my understanding, it's just a 3D printer that prints battleships. What if it's that? What if the protomolecule is creating a Starforge, which is essentially like a planetarian level 3D printer that is able to create protomolecule up technology or beings, even whatever, out of nothing? What if it's making that? That would be dope. Because I'm trying to think, what could it be the thing that it's building? It could build a planet. Like, we might, like, disassemble the entirety of Venus and rebuild it as a blue planet, the protoplanet. I remember saying that shit, like, immediately when it crashed into Venus. I was like, well, Venus is gonna get taken over by protomolecule. It's just gonna be the blue planet now. And I remember someone said, what, like a planet like of Smurfs? And I was like, yeah, that would be fun, actually. I want a planet of Smurfs, and I want the protomolecule to just turn people into Smurfs. That would be really fun. Alright, I'm getting silly. I do that a lot. So, okay, moving on. Kato is fucking gone. And so here's the thing, is that he's not gone in the sense of like he's dead. He's not. In fact, he was like breaking from his bounds, from his chains, and he absolutely has to the power to just get out and kill everyone. Thing is, they haven't killed him, so he's just gonna become a Caliban, and he's just gonna be an actual entity now. That said, they might have had him carry. They didn't show us, so maybe not. But they might have him carry into a missile for launch at the end of the episode, because it seems that they had hybrids inside of those missiles. So, and I think they showed us that in like one random like screen previous episode, didn't they? Like Prax was watching it. So, I guess they are. This is just assumption because I don't actually remember fully if this was fully explained to me, but it seems that they might be carrying hybrids into missiles and then launching them as weapons. It's not a proto-molecule missile, it's a hybrid missile. There is a proto-molecule monster inside of that missile. Okay, cool. That's fucked. That was a lot of them. But yeah, they could have repurposed Katoa into that, but I don't think they had the time to do it, even if they were going to do that, okay? So, there you go. They sedated him, and then they were like, well, he's not talking again. Like, the proto-molecule has taken him too far. Like, isn't the whole purpose of the experiment to just, like, for this to not happen? For like, these children with the weird condition for the proto molecule not to take over them. But I suppose what's gonna happen is that it's gonna take over them anyway. It's just that it's gonna take longer, and in that time you can talk to them a little bit, which is what happened here. And they got some information, which is the proto molecule is building something. Okay, that doesn't tell me much, but here we go. It does have a purpose. Like, that's the important thing, is that it does have a purpose. It's not just randomly doing shit. It actually has a purpose, therefore it is sapiens. Therefore it knows things. It wants to do something. Like, it has a motivation. Which means it has a conscience, right? And whether or not that is a conscience that was artificially created or was innate to the proto molecule when it came on that meteor randomly, or was it adapted from the minds of the people it assimilated into itself? That is a possibility. Yeah, we don't know that. Like, we actually don't know exactly what that means. But yeah, Kato is fucking gone, and I'm expecting him to become like a boss fight for the Rosie crew, or maybe a rogue element that is just gonna show up and kill someone, while we're here in what is the name of this planet? In Io. Like, while we're here in the building, because next episode is going down. Next episode is absolutely going down. So I'm expecting it to Katoa for maybe it to be a boss fight, like a random encounter that we have to deal with before we deal with just the droop your mouth shit. Because like, it would be too easy to just walk in and then we just interrogate a bunch of scientists. Like that would just be easy. Instead, we have to fight a Caliban. Yeah, okay, I get it. If we have to fight a fucking hybrid, yeah, okay. Now this is interesting. You know, now this is an actual encounter. So there you go. Okay. And we had a scene with Gunny looking at ammo that she could use for the Caliban, and she was like, yeah, incendiary rounds, we can use this. And Alex was like, whoa, the plan is to run, and she's like, I know what the plan is. Like, this is just in case. I'm not gonna go and try and fight him, but if there is no other choice, then fuck me, what do we do? You know? Alright, so now let's move to the conversation that Naomi had with Holden, where Naomi actually revealed backstory after like 30 episodes, more than that probably. She actually, no, not more than that, because we're in season 3. So yeah, it would be almost 30, I think. So Naomi finally revealed backstory of herself, and she basically told us that she, back in the day, she knew a guy that was also a romantic, also an idealist, someone with ambition. And she fell in love with this dude. And she followed him around and she did all that shit with him. She believed the cause. And she got involved with him to the point that they had a child together. And the name of that child was Philip. And it's written with Philip. So, not the traditional way of spelling it, but I suppose when the belt, you know. But so they had a baby together. The thing is that then the dude, I think she said the dude got angry because she refused to do what he wanted. I'm going back to the scene. I used to run with the OPA. I was with someone. He always believed what he was doing was right. And I like that Holden was like, I'm not the same dude. Like immediately addressing the thing, the elephant in the room, which is like, you saw him in me, probably. Okay, she said, the man I loved took him away because I refused to do what he wanted. I was desperate, wrecked, and then finally, I shut off. Yeah, I shut it all off. And then after she saw all that bullshit that happening across seasons 1 and 2, it made it hard to stay numb. I imagine Philip amongst them. So here's the thing, is that, okay, now we're learning more about Naomi. When she said it made it hard to stay numb, it's because it's the concern about Philip, her child, mixed with the uncertainty of not knowing what the fuck happened to that child, and it might be out there, and it might be one of these victims, as well as the fact that she sees the person that she was in love with all the way back in Holden a little bit. Because Holden is also like an idealist, someone that romanticizes being on the right side of this fight, you know? Fantasizes about being the hero a little bit, at least at the beginning. So all of these things coming back to her made it so she became an emotional wreck. Because before that, she was distanced from that from that whole situation emotionally, but now it comes all back. So now she's like, okay, now I gotta act. Now I gotta do stuff, and I'm gonna do stuff. And okay, so if we put all of this in context for Naomi's actions, we can maybe say that she was like super emotional, and that is the reason why she did the things that she did. Because she's super emotional, and she just had a moment where she was like thinking about the kid, or thinking about the dude, or thinking about fuck, I gotta do or whatever, and she just pressed the button, and she just made the call or whatever. So it was an in the moment situation on a case to case basis. Maybe we can say that she was super emotional in those moments, and that's the reason why she did what she did. Okay, I'll accept that, and I actually really appreciate that she came back and said, okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna quote it word by word. So she said, I'm not sorry I gave the pearl molecule to the belt, but I am sorry for the way that I did it. I should have talked to you first. All of you. But most of all you. So, okay, that I get that. That's okay. Because she's like, I'm not sorry for giving it to the belt, because that's still what I believe is right. And that's okay. That's okay, because like Alex believed in like giving it to Mars. That's what he believed was right. Naomi thought about giving it to the belt. That's what she believed was right? The problem is the fact that she did it herself without consulting anyone, and then hid it, and then gave it to Brett Johnson, and then reveal everything that happened. So that was the bad part. So the fact that she's apologizing for that specifically, I'm like, okay, I get it. Like, I'm not upset that you gave it to the belt, because you could have made a case for it. The problem is that you didn't. You just give it to them. You just hit it away instead of destroying it, then gave it to Fred Johnson, and then revealed it after all the time, instead of just talking about it, which is something you should have done. But if she is like hurt over people betraying her in the past, I don't necessarily blame her for being like a lone wolf and just doing what she believes is right without consulting anyone necessarily. Okay, I'm getting that a little better now. Okay, God, is fucking Naomi Blake Belladonna? Is that what she is? Not fully, but maybe. Because it kind of resembles Blake's backstory in, like, at the beginning of the show. Anyway, I'm getting sidetracked. Okay, so all this shit happens on the Agatha King. All this shit happens with Kotoa. Yeah, then they're knocking at the door at Io. Okay, so I like the whole sequence when Admiral Souther is just transmitting to every ship and just goes like, okay, this is what's happening. But then they kill him. And I want to know if everyone heard like the shot, the gunshot. Because he was talking and got interrupted by a fucking gunshot through the heart and just died instantly. So I'm hoping that maybe communications were able to like hear the gunshot happening in the background and into that he got shot. And like, okay, so I'm pretty sure they got into that anyway, because Souther said, okay, I'm taking Gwen into custody for making a fake war and I have proof or whatever, and then he got shot. And then Gwen came back and said like, all right, so I've taken control of the Agatha Gang, and then I'm pretty sure everyone can be like, okay, so Souther just died. And they did say at one moment that like a lot of like fleet commanders or admirals or whatever, they are actually very loyal to Souther because they see Souther as someone worth looking up to, an honorable man. So then they go, okay, this is what's happening. I trust him. I believe in him. So then they just ignore Gwen and they just said, all right, we're doing our own thing. We're splitting off and we're going into Martian ships because Souther believed in that. He must have had proof to believe in that because I trust him. And he died for it probably. So I'm going to do it because fuck this shit. Fuck Gwen. Let's do it. So, all right. Gwen just says, all right, fuck y'all, all y'all, and just gives them the warning to turn back, and then they don't, and then says, all right, then you're gone, and then just shoots them all. It shoots the Jimenez, one ship, and it destroys it, I assume, it just instantly. Then the Hammurabi, the Martian ship, is able to see everything, and they go like, they're shooting each other. Like, and they heard the transmission because it was global too. So then they go, okay, some shit is happening here. And the other dude in the Hammurabi is like, we should swoop in and kill them while they're shooting at each other. It's like, and the captain lady is like, no, read the room, motherfucker. Like, some bullshit is happening. We should actually try to understand what is going on here and try to act on it. Like, try to act based on it, okay? So, okay, cool. That's what's going down. So, okay, what else? I like that we have a bunch of ships going into Mars and being like, I like that the Martian lady captain was like, the captain of the Hammurabi is like, all right, any ships that split off from Earth will be considered like peaceful and will not be fired upon, and we will be given help and aid if it needs it. So, and she gave the message to all the Martian ships on the fleet that were coming, just being like, listen, we're not shooting them. Don't shoot them. They're fighting on each other. If they're gonna fire each other, let them fight each other, but we're not gonna fire at them while this is happening. Okay, so I like her and I like her decision making. The thing is that motherfucking Gwen, he got the control from the launch missiles earlier and he used them at the end. And at the end, he just fired a bunch of missiles with hybrids in them. and we don't know where they go. And I'm assuming they're gonna go to both fleets, to the Martian fleet, to the Earth fleet. I'm not sure if it's gonna go to anywhere else. Like maybe he has the plans of sending them into like a specific place. Like maybe he sent a bunch of them into Mars or some shit. Like, well, Mars can intercept it. Like the planet itself has defenses, so they probably can intercept all those missiles. Thing is, he probably shot the ships, which means that there's gonna be a bunch of ships from both UNN and Mars that are gonna get invaded by hybrids. Shit, it's over for all of them then. Like, dude, God, like, this next episode is gonna be fire. Like, I want to know what happens with the Rosicrucian Io, with May, and I don't want to know what happens in the fucking battle here with the ships and whatever. Like, because those missiles, like, yeah, I was kind of liking where it was going, and now we have Gwen shooting the hybrid missiles, and now I'm worried. So yeah, we'll see where that goes. Okay. Anything else worth talking about this episode? The relationship between Prax and Amos is pretty good. I like that. I said it every time that it comes on screen, it comes into attention, but it's really good. I really like that Amos like feels strongly, I assume because of something on his past, about Prax and his daughter, and he's doing his best in order to help him out and making sure he has his bag and making sure he finds his daughter, right? So I like that a lot. He has very much connected with Prax, and that is something I like a lot. We didn't see any Anna in this episode, any Esteban, any Aaron, it was just focused on what's happening here in space, so there you go. Oh yeah, Christian did say that she's actually is looking for a sample of the proto molecule. And I get what she's saying, because she's saying, okay, I want a sample of the proto molecule, we need it, but I don't need it for war. I don't need it to make weapons. Like, I actually want to understand what the fuck it is and what is it able to do. Because, like, here's the reality, is that the proto molecule is just a new level of technology now. It's not just some virus that is gonna fuck over the system. I mean, yes, but now it's out there. It is unstoppable. It's got hold of an entire planet. And there's protomolecule in like all sorts of places. There was protomolecule in the Rosie, I think. Like, we saw that one scene and I forgot about it until just now, but that it hasn't come back yet. But like, protomolecule is everywhere. Therefore, it is a stupid idea to just nuke every place with it, because we're never gonna get rid of it entirely. So what we should do is try to get this information and try to like understand it to the best of our ability and see what we can do with what we learn, right? We don't want to get it in order to get better weapons for our side. We want to get it in order to get it and see what it is about. And then we can devise a plan based on that information that we learn. Because now it's a technology that is just out there and everyone has it, so we need to understand it. And not just because everyone's just gonna shoot each other with it, which is what they're doing. Let's try and actually get the scientist approach on that. Which is, in a way, what Jupiter Miles is doing, except that he's using children as test subjects, which is fucked, right? But we should try and learn it instead of just burning down the whole place. That is true. That is actually true. Because the more we look at like the bigger picture, it's like, what do we do here? And it's like, yeah, we can blow up this laboratory. Yeah. What happens after? Like, Promog is still going to be out there because it is. Now, for sure it is. And it's definitely on Venus too. So it's like, okay, it's out there. It is coming. We should maybe try and learn instead of just destroying everything, because that's literally not going to do anything. So I like that she specified what her view on it is, what her approach is going to be. So yeah, I like that is on the table. They're still like, don't trust her, because they go like, well, you're Christian Professor, fuck you, bitch, right? Like, that's still a thing, but I like that she specified what she wants to do with it, which is try and get it, man. Like, try to understand what the fuck it is, rather than just use it for war purposes, for force, for power. I want to know what it is because it's out there. So now we need to understand it, or we're gonna all die anyway. So there you go. But yeah, I think that's it for this episode. I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. Okay. So that was it for this episode reaction to The Expanse. I hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, see you here next week. Okay, everyone, thank you so much for watching this reaction episode of The Expanse. If you would like to see the next one, it should already be up on Patreon, as well as we're linked. Check out the links in the description, and I'll see you next time, okay? Take care, everyone. Bye.